Shit. Got my nigga T's in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. Oh, you already know. Shit. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. If he knocking watch lights out, my spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. My hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It's time for that Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. Before I get started, let me just say this though. Thanks to everybody that subscribed to the channel, everybody that stopped through, watched the channel, watched the videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Don't never be rude when you come up in here. You see what I'm saying? Show us some love just like we're going to show y'all some love, man. Everybody a part of this culture. The culture is not the culture without everybody involved. Hip-hop alone wouldn't have lasted this long with not just the rappers, but you need the fans and the people who favor hip-hop for the culture to be what it is today. Secondly, I really want to emphasize how important it is sometimes to root for the underdog, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because this very platform you watching that you tuned into, we underdogs. We came in at zero. We went the dirty glove bastard off the porch. Wasn't even monetized yet. So I'm only saying that to say this is when you jump into certain lanes that you weren't involved in, that you wasn't present in at the time, and you find a way to transition into these platforms and make certain things happen for you in the process of jumping over all the obstacles that you may have to jump over in the process, right? Don't never be discouraged. And don't let the doubt stop you from getting where you're trying to go, right? So let's get to it. Adam22 been going crazy lately, right? And he kind of been taking shots at Compton AD. More so T Rell and backonfigg than Compton AD. And shout out to backonfigg, Figg Cuhmunity, Compton AD, T Rell, Smack, all of them. Like I said in the beginning, it's important to root for the underdogs. Now, we know Adam22 been having a major platform on YouTube for some years now, and his platform is not small. No Jumper has over 1 million subscribers. So to take shots at T Rell and Compton AD like they not doing enough or they platform not big enough, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you gave them the alley-oop to build the platforms that they have today up after leaving No Jumper. I salute you for that. But you also got to salute Compton AD and T Rell for being able to go out there, plant some seeds in the ground, and see something grow from what they planted in the ground. They building off of what little avenue you gave them. They went and created their own environment with that. Now, I don't know from your perspective how big or how small that is to you, but that's big to me. And it reminds me of us because we still in that. We didn't have no alley-oops. We didn't have no big name vouching for us. We didn't have nobody to give us the alley-oop, and then all we had to do was put our feet to the ground and hustle the platform to create our atmosphere. No, we had to plant our seeds in the ground, in the mud. Take care of it in the process to see it grow. Compton AD, T Rell, Figg Cuhmunity, just they platforms, period. them two niggas as individuals, because I've been tuned in to No Jumper. I was tuned into No Jumper when T Rell got over there. When T Rell got over there, he added sauce to No Jumper his way. When AD went over there, he added sauce to No Jumper his way. And that's why they was able to leave No Jumper and go plant their seeds and be successful at doing what they doing their own way. So it just shows you that they really didn't need Adam22, but it was a good thing that they did have Adam22, because it gave them more of a lift to go off and do their own thing when it was that time. So for Adam to try to trash their platforms, I'm kind of lost. And secondly, the way that it seems like ever since Compton AD and T Rell left No Jumper, you start surrounding yourself with all these other dudes. Now, granted, No Jumper do be affiliated with a lot of gangs. It's kind of really involved in the culture of gangs, because it's a lot of gang members, validated, verified members that's actually in that environment. Compton AD, T Rell to be a few. Then you got Brick Baby, you got Crip Mac, you got all these other people, Do-Know, and all these people, they do come from sections. So it's another thing that I will salute Adam22 for, is giving niggas in the street a job, an opportunity, a chance. That's one thing you ain't never gonna be able to take from Adam and his platform at No Jumper. I understand people gonna agree to disagree. I understand that when people had disagreements, they gonna say certain things back and forth. But at the end of the day, y'all both grown men. At the end of the day, when Compton AD, T Rell was over there, y'all kind of was moving like a family. So deal with the problem like a family. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all feeding y'all families off these platforms. But at the same time, Adam22 get besides itself. Don't forget, you just have a platform in the culture. You're not the culture. Without the people that you interview and the people that you talk to and the people that you associate with involved in the culture, you are not associated with the culture outside of that. Secondly, which is one of the most important points I want to make before I get out of here, is don't forget that you messing with actual members. Don't forget that you falling out with actual members. These niggas don't come from YouTube and then end up in the streets. They come from the streets and ended up on YouTube. So the people you got around you that you claim gonna rock out with you, that's gonna defend you and all of that, make sure when you say certain things in your defense that may be offensive to the other side, being T Rell or Compton AD and whoever else you decide to be verbally attacking from your platform, when people see you in the streets, people that got love for them see you in the streets, or the ones that surround you in the streets, like you got the ability based on your platform to cause real life members from gang culture to be outside going at it with each other at the same time that you giving them these opportunities to get away from that. So it's like you giving them the opportunity to escape it, but you throwing a trap in the air for them to stay stuck in it. You gotta pick which part of this whole narrative you want to play, because the way you going about it. And shout out my nigga Figg side, man. Straight out of LA, man, for the Figg side clothes, man. Big verse to my nigga, man. Make sure, man, if you already know what's happening, if you're from the H, man, tap in with the homie Figg side for all the official Figg side clothes. Yeah. Once again, man, shout out T Rell, the whole cast that back on Figg. Shout out to Compton AD. Shout out to the underdogs, because we always gonna be slept on. But then when we win, The doubters, we lead them with two choices: fall in place or fall back. So granted, who may be against you, I don't look at Compton AD and T Rell like they gonna fail out here. I done seen these dudes, two individuals that come from different corners of LA. Take nothing and make something. And that inspired me because I'm doing the same thing. I done the same thing. And being on YouTube is not the only platform I got. I got 2-3 clothing lines. I got designer shoes. I do music. I'm into a lot of things that generate revenue. So I understand what it is to be an underdog and to get it on your own, to get it out the mud, to nourish your way to the top. It's a process. Patience is a virtue. Some of y'all ain't got no patience, so y'all get discouraged in a small period of time. Sometimes it's going to take time. If you ain't willing to put in the blood, sweat, and tears over a course of time to see yourself through a process to level up, you content with being stuck. I'm watching T Rell and them hustle. Back on Figg, they on Back on Figg lit every time. Regardless who they ain't even got to bring nobody on the show. That just lets you know that their personalities alone can carry their platforms without them having all these big names coming to the show like No Jumper. Don't forget, these are street individuals. We rooting for the underdogs, man. Just like that. And, you know, I hope them boys get everywhere where they trying to go. I hope they get to the top. We don't throw no salt on nobody that's hustling they way to the top, coming from the bottom. That's the problem now. We don't know how to clap and root and applaud for others when they doing it the right way. We too busy trying to throw dirt on them, throw salt on them, make sure they don't get on our level. Nigga, if everybody was on that level, it would be less hate, less envy, less clout chasing. What's wrong with everybody going to the water and everybody drinking? Man, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. It's time for that. Coaching for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button for y'all get up out of here. I'm out of here.